Ah, no, fucking jump. Phlegathon. It would be cool if he used more stuff from various maps, like the dicks from Last, maybe.
You are going to get fucked by a giant dick. Take cover.
Have you, I don't know, have you been watching Yogscast lately?
No, fuck Yogscast.
Yeah. They were playing a game, some sort of, I don't know how to call, dungeon something, maybe. It's like bird's eye view. I'm suddenly forgetting all the terms. Bird's eye view and well, kind of, I don't know, like a cross between like Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past and Diablo. And there was an enemy there which they dubbed butt poker, which was something just sitting there slightly, but when you got close the tentacles would shoot from the ground. Also sky tentacles would shoot from the ground underneath all the players and hurt them. And I think a boss in Turok 2 also did that, the mother, the fat bitch. And damn it, I should avoid getting majorly hit. And majorly, get it? And why do I always end up with 10 health? No. And I guess the dicks could be that attack, just burst from the ground underneath me.
It would probably be difficult to make them appear in random locations.
Not really. They should appear always underneath the player. So to make me constantly move, and if I stand in one place, they're going to get me, basically.
Well, in that case, he would have. What was I going to say? I'm not so sure. He would need to actually draw sprites for dicks, probably.
I think you
Just
can find a lot
of
pictures on the internet to use for that.
Well,
and I'm willing to bet some are like video game stylized with a limited palette and limited resolution, so he wouldn't even need to edit. You just know that they exist somewhere. Also, can I hide actually here? No, I cannot. Oh, but I... damn it, I can't do that. Also, this is funny, when I can only jump on that crate when the blood rises. Because blood is... How does that work? I can jump from a liquid, the surface of a liquid. Actually, now that I think about it, I never thought how strange it is that Doom Guy just runs on liquids.
Doom Jesus.
Ah, yes.
Well, you're killing demons and, well, saving the earth and something, so I think you are kind of like Jesus in Doom.
I don't think Jesus actually killed any demons.
Well, he sucked then, and Doom Guy is better than Jesus.
Well, that's no one's arguing with that, but yes. And I bet he couldn't run as fast and hold 7 weapons. He could probably like hold one weapon and say, and with this weapon I will feed you all. And the weapon he would like... it's like the monsters, like the zombies, which zombie is it that... I think a chain gunner, which drops a chain gun, but he still has a chain gun on his death sprite. So he like multiplies his own chain gun. He is more of a Jesus than Doom Guy, because he I don't know, this analogy with the feeding people with one fish and one loaf of bread. I am very, very knowledgeable about the Bible, by the way. And I also almost wanted to save there, but then I noticed that I have 10 health. Riley, you motherfucker! He waited there, waited outside of my line of sight until that thing spawned, and then he ran in and killed me. Yeah, it's consistently only the super shotgun that is damaging me. At least he isn't shooting me when he summons the whatchamacallit of Phlegathon. Yeah, the super shotgun is like the only weapon of his that actually matters.
he seems way too difficult. And what you're playing on, you heard me plenty, right?
I don't think a difficulty of a boss would change on a different difficulty, because unless he did like really fancy scripting, the only thing you can change is the placement of things on a map.
Don't projectiles do more damage on higher difficulties?
No, that doesn't happen. On some, I don't remember. I don't think it's Nightmare and like the very first difficulty are where you get like double ammo, and besides that, the only difficulty I think is, I mean, the only difference is the things which are flagged by the mappers to be in different, well, to exist or not exist, technically. But you can move like keys, excuse me, keys, teleport destinations, and all sorts of things. And he could theoretically create 2 bosses or more of different strengths and just have one appear on each difficulty. But yes, I agree. This essentially what would make this completely. Also, can I kill him? Can I hit him when he's? No, I can't. Good to know. And now he's going to kill me. I think even... actually I'm not sure. When I'm playing Doom I prefer to play without saving, well, unless it's Let's Play of course. And I prefer the difficulty of maps which lets you pretty much experience intense battles but still survive without ever dying. So I don't know, it's really precarious and depends more on my like mood. Freak. Than the balance of a map. But I think, well, bosses, I don't know about bosses. If it's a short boss map, then I guess you're allowed to make bosses that require a lot of retries. But I think in this context in which I'm fighting Riley here, and in the context of the whole what before it, okay, just kill me. Much more preferable boss would be one that I can just reliably kill. And for Riley to be that kind of boss, he would just need to ditch his super shotgun. I think. If he didn't have the super shotgun, I think even the respawning, where is he? Even the respawning power-ups would not be necessary if only he ditched his freaking super shotgun and maybe had a bit less health. Because if he is so cool, then why didn't he go on this mission instead of me? Fucking Riley with his rockets.
Well, he can probably see these huge messages on screen as well, and he knows what to do.
Well, yeah. Actually, yes, at this point I'm not sure. I am, well, less not sure and more like definitely sure that the original thief of the device is not going to be mentioned. Or so yeah, I guess I agree that the story at this point doesn't actually make too much sense. So
well,
who is actually our benefactor? Who is telling us this
complete
stuff?
the game before trying to discuss the story and everything.
Well, sure, but this is one of the cases where I'm reasonably certain. Okay, distraction. Okay, but I'm getting there.
You are not getting anywhere, actually. His health bar is as long as it was for the last, what, 20 minutes?
Well, yes, but it's not as long as it was for the last 2 hours, so I am getting there, slowly but surely. I was thinking that this map was kinda short, but no, it's not. Also, I wonder if I can just make him only use chainsaw. No, he's way too smart for that.
And yes, if you're curious about my Winter's Fury experience, that was pretty much that in the end. Fight boss, die, fight boss, die. Figure out there are like 3 more bosses to fight.
Too bad I'm constantly talking about very interesting things because I cannot cut or speed up any part of this. I think we should just kinda shut up until I kill him.
Yeah, okay. I don't mind doing that.
Alright. Ah! Nope. Also, I have to mention this, but I saved in such a great place that every time I load, an end of his soundbite plays, which is basically so every time I load I hear this.
Major is showing his absolute disappointment in your skills.
No, I think he's showing enjoyment of whatever happening right now. Okay, shut up for the next half an hour. I wonder at this point, I don't remember if there were complaints about the difficulty of the final boss in the thread with all the other complaints. I wonder if this boss isn't actually very difficult and I just completely suck at doing things like this.
Well, I don't know, we tried shooting him with rockets, we're trying to shoot him with BFG, and I don't know, what else could you do, really? Coming close to him is a bad idea, obviously, so you cannot use super shotgun, and chain gun just isn't really good for that kind of stuff, I guess.
I wonder if plasma gun would help. Maybe he has a high pain chance. Next time I'm going to try this. But he's just so efficient with his freaking super shotgun. If you like look at my health and how far I am, well, this, I don't know if he killed me with the rocket this time, but the super shotgun is far too much for me. Ah!
Well, it was kind of sort of working.
Ah, his health bar just wasn't going down. Shut up about my disability, I'm very self-conscious about that.
I say we cheat.
What, like this?
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't want to. I think it's just barely doable. And I haven't cheated in order to actually beat any of this so far. I want to finish it fairly. But he bringing up my disability just gets on my nerves. Ah. I like how I'm just pelting him for minutes and minutes and minutes, and he can just say nope, and with a single blast of anything just kill me.
Well, he is corrupted by demons and you are not.
So what, that makes his weapons 100 times more powerful, or I don't know.
They are powered by demon magic.
Ah, right, magic. How could I forget? Actually, I bet the weapons are just as powerful as mine are, but he has like 1,000,000 health points. Ah, I was going to save, but I didn't manage to do it in time. How does he manage to get me for 60 damage from such a distance every time?
I believe rocket launcher worked the best so far.
Yeah, it's not as fast, I cannot really spam it as much and lock him in a pain state, so he's going to shoot me way more. I think the rocket launcher worked better because I still had medkits back at that point. Yeesh. Ah, that's probably how he brings me up to 10 health, he just gets me with the rocket. Yeah, you know what? Fuck you.
I hope we didn't break some scripts or something by doing that.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... Yes, in case something breaks. Because I think he was saying stuff when he died, which is kind of strange when he's like jibbed. And I think a monster with this much health cannot be jibbed unless I do that thing which I do. So he was intended probably to enter his normal death state, as opposed to the X-death state, which is the jibbed one. No, it's not a fine deathmatch, it's bullshit. I want to see a video of Deathmatcher beating this boss without saves. Or maybe, well, okay, with saves, but in less than 20 minutes. Why does he like Phlegathon so much?
Well, it has a cool name.
Yeah, so Deathmatcher, I am really sorry that I had to do this, but this is just complete bullshit. And I do not believe that this is reasonably possible without wasting hours upon hours just constantly reloading. You're free to prove me wrong by showing how it's done. But I think this might be one of those, well, I cannot say this with certainty, but this certainly feels like one of these cases where he like gave him 1,000 health, managed to kill him at that level of health, and then thought, well, I managed to kill him and I almost didn't suffer any damage, so it only stands to reason that if I give him 10 million health, it's going to be just as easy, but longer. I'm not saying that's certainly how it happened, but I certainly feel like that at this point.
I can see clearly now.
I can see clearly now.
Marine. Sent a message to Marine Command. They have to level this base. This technology must be destroyed. Tell my little.
Once again, that's kind of sad at the same time and kind of funny, because he was trying to say tell my little, and then he died without managing to say that, but the way his like death groans were made, it was just kind of hilarious. Like,
So did he say anything about who stole the device?
Nope. He said send a message to Marine Command, this place must be leveled to the ground, by which I think he meant nuked from orbit, because this kind of technology should not, I think he said either exist or like fall into the wrong hands or something, which is strange because this technology has nothing to do with what actually corrupted him, because he was corrupted by like some random demon, which would have happened anyway because this is Doom and there's always threat of demons. So this is kind of dumb, but maybe he was dying and just not thinking very clearly. But no, he didn't actually say anything about the thief, and at this point, well, I've used the phrase at this point far too many times. At this point, also blue door. Do you remember where there was a blue door?
No, but I think you should disable IDDQD.
Right. I don't think there's going to be any more fighting here. What was I going? Yes, this story. Because I am assuming that until he got bitten and corrupted, he was actually sincere and earnest, and he was really sending us on a mission after the thief. Or something, or maybe he just assumed there was a thief and the device just gained consciousness and went on this rampage by itself. I don't know. Because that would be the only reason for this technology completely to be destroyed like this, like he demanded. If the technology by itself can just go apeshit like this. But this, I don't think this was alluded to in any way so far. And I think it's not going to be. Of course, the final words on this are reserved until I see the credits or just the final cut. I think this is the blue door. The final cutscene. I wonder if I have to go into this. Yes. Okay, let's listen or read, or maybe just the credits without anything more.
This is the audio log of Major Pete Riley,
Major Riley audio log.
dating May 15th,
Dating blah blah blah.
81. The Marine has just gone through the device.
Marine just gone to the device.
Seems like he landed in some medieval realm or something. I can only hope that he finds the lost device and survives this journey. In the meantime, I'm safely here in Phobos, but as usual, far away from my family. This has got to end.
What?
The decision is made. After this mission is over, I will quit my service. Then...
Okay, pause here, because well, I thought he was going to actually explain stuff, because he was like talking about the Marine has just gone to find the device and he landed in some medieval crap, and which leads me to believe that he really was honest about everything before being corrupted. But then, guess what he started saying? What's the trope like about to make someone's death more tragic?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
It was just 5 days from retirement. Literally, he just said that after this mission, I'm just going to go back to my family, blah blah blah.
I will no longer be a major of the Space Marines.
Yes, I will no longer be a major.
Full-time father for the first
Full-time
time.
father for the first time, blah blah
I
blah.
will finally see my daughter grow up.
Finally see my daughter go up. Fat chance.
Don't worry, little one.
Don't worry, little one.
Daddy's coming home.
Daddy's coming home.
Daddy's soon coming home.
Daddy's soon coming home.
Riley out.
Riley out. So I guess now my noble duty is to go and kill his daughter so that they would reunite. So yeah, nothing. Also, I was waiting to say this the whole time, the whole Let's Play. But you see his actual name here?
Yeah.
Am I the only one who thinks that it really makes me think of the name of the Doom 2 map, Inmost Dens?
Well, it does sound a bit similar.
It's the first and the only thing that I managed to think of when I read this first in Skype. And that hasn't left me ever since. Okay, I guess this is... well, okay, yes. I can say that of all the complaints about the sword that I have read, the most legit one, or the read or heard, the most legit one, the one that had most ground, was the story actually ended up making no fucking sense whatsoever. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe whoever stole the device just perished off screen to be completely forgotten. And the device, how did the device end up here? Maybe whoever was fucking with the device came back here by accident because he clearly had no idea what he was doing. Came here by accident, Riley just killed him and stole the device. That would be kind of funny if the thief that, if he was given like a personality, if he was like some scientist gone rogue from this base, stole the device, if he was pinpointed and personified as like the villain, this is going to be who you're going to fight in the final map. And then like on the almost before the final map, there's this twist that the scientist just came back, or either by accident or he, I don't know, he realized the error of his ways. But Riley was randomly bitten by a random demon and corrupted. He just fucking killed the scientist, stole the device, and Riley is now the final boss. Or his daughter, that would be even more awesome. Because it was also would be the tragedy of separating the father from the daughter, or whatever was intended. And yeah. Well, now Deathmatcher go make a sequel about his daughter, how she, without knowing what transpired here, she vows revenge on the Marine, and something happens. I don't know. It's your choice. Let your imagination run free. We can play as the daughter. We can play as the Marine who defends himself from the daughter and her false accusations in court, or maybe in the field of battle. I don't know. I think I'm going to have all my like carefully thought out final words. Yes, I did have quite a lot of fun playing DTS-T. Thank you. Maybe not as much as you had playing it, but yes, legitimately, even though this WOD had many shortcomings, some of them I think weren't actually very significant. Some of them were kind of significant, like this final boss. I genuinely enjoyed, and I'm glad I did this. And if I managed to like bring this WOD to like at least one more person and manage to change at least one person's opinion on this WOD a little bit, my job is done. This was way more pretentious than I wanted it to sound. But yeah, that my intention was, well, to just kind of have fun and see what's all this about this WOD. But the other secondary mission was to maybe convince some people that they shouldn't just completely condemn without much thought a work which clearly had a lot of thought put into it, but which suffered from the unfortunate circumstances of not being made by someone who made like a shit ton of levels before and is completely experienced. But yeah, I'm going to save all my well thought out final words for the big post. Motherfucker. Okay, something, they're just pretty much saying that. Good to know that our Marine and the whatever base he's talking to have the exact same voices, Riley. Technology is valuable! No shit! He will never arrive my ass. That's completely lost on everyone except for me. So that was a useless kind of the main antagonist's arm raising from the ground after the credits sort of scene here. Okay, if I press anything, does anything happen? No. I can still do this and this, and I can die, which then loads my game. Yes, I will say the final words for the post in the thread. And Deathmatcher, please clarify what's up with this story. Who is the original thief? Was there an original thief? Why is he completely forgotten and never mentioned? What happened? Why has the device gotten back here? And like what happened before? What was happening before Riley actually got corrupted? What I think you know what I'm talking about by this point, Deathmatcher. Please, in your big post, please clarify, please elaborate, please explain. I demand an explanation for this storyline.
Somehow I feel he will just say something, well, that's up for your imagination.
You know what's funny? It's precisely word by word what I was thinking, but forgot to say because I was thinking of too many synonyms for the word explain by the end. But I wanted to say that, yes, but he's probably going to say that this is up for your imagination, which in many cases I'm all up for that, but in this case I'm going to be legitimately angry because when it's the big plot point like this, I like to know.
Well, if you're talking about all that like realistic situations and everything, because in real life you wouldn't know everything all the time. Sometimes there would be mysteries left and you'll just sit there and wonder without no way of knowing what actually happened.
You know what she should have done? I recently wrote somewhere on the completely unrelated topic of musicals and songs in like cartoons. And I thought about it for a second and noticed that in Disney cartoons, you know, a lot of songs are used for exposition, the kind of exposition that you would not be able to deliver in any other way. Like a villain just completely tells all his plans in a song, or a main character just completely explains his emotions or feelings or his entire plight or in a song. And that would be really awkward to try and fit in any other way. So I guess what Deathmatcher could have done was a bit of a song here, a musical number, which would explain the bits of the story which the Marine would not realistically discover on his own. I think that would have been completely awesome. But yes, this is pretty much yes. Deathmatcher, please explain. I will post my thoughts later. Don't know how much later. Maybe I'll take some time to actually think of a post that I will not feel the need to edit 10 times after posting, because when I reread it, I discovered that I just didn't get across my thoughts as well as I wanted them to. So I will just take my time. And after this video, I am taking a break in my Let's Playing for 10 days or so, until the beginning of July, when Katamori is back from wherever he's gone to, and Katamori and me will going to make a short Let's Play of a demo version of his VOD somewhere in time, if nothing goes wrong. Goodbye.
Goodbye.